Welcome back inside Dalmany in the Dalmany Arena for the final, the championship of the championship weekend in the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. It's Matt Morrison, happy to have you along, and this is the final installment. The winner of this game will come away with the first ever Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League champion. And it's going to be the Bucks versus the Snowbirds. These two teams met in the first playoff game, and the Bucks were able to win that one in overtime, so they went right to the final game. The Snowbirds have had to play one extra game to get here, but they're here now, and they're out for revenge. In goal for the Bucks is going to be Troy Willis, as the Bucks are moving from the left to right on your broadcast screen. In net for the Snowbirds, Greg Cunningham. He's been good this season. They're moving from right to left, and we're underway as the Bucks will control the ball off the opening face-off, but there's a quick turnover, and Antoine Nataways comes back with it the other way. D'Entremont tries to poke it through, but can't. Matt Landers now. Down low for Harrison with a shot. And the Snowbirds trying to sell that one early, but to no avail. As Troy Willis is able to make the save. Some good early chance here for the Snowbirds. They'll get the offensive zone face-off, which ends up being won by the Bucks. James Pasternak behind his own net now, trying to set something up. Finds Josh Anderson. Turnover. Here's Nataways. Wanted to get it to D'Entremont. Good anticipation there by Keith Mitchell to intercept that one. But now Nataways for Brock Harrison. Harrison being watched by a few members of the Bucks with a shot, and that one goes off the stick of Dean Crossland and out of play, so the faceoff will remain inside, but good early pressure so far from the Snowbirds in this one. Of course, in that game that these two teams played to determine who went to the right to the final, the Snowbirds jumped out to a 3-0 lead. The Bucks stormed back in the second half of that one with 3 of their own goals, 3 unanswered, including the game-tying goal with 5 seconds left in regulation by Morgan Suter, and then he ended the game in overtime. Well, that's how the Bucks got here. The Snowbirds beat the Ravens in the semifinals 7-5, and that's how they got here. Teams were 1-2 in the standings, so it's only fitting that these two teams play in the championship as well. Suter with a shot, and that one went just wide as he looks to remain hot. Josh Grimm back for Mark Noel now. Noel just throws it into the corner. Darwin Morin gives chase. Suter throws it around. Noel is going to pinch down, and now Xavier LaBelle out for Kagan Jackstite for Colton Adair. In all alone, Colton Adair stopped by Willis. Loose ball. Willis is down and out, and the ball goes just wide. A good early stop by Troy Willis on what was the best Snowbirds chance so far. Jackstite back to the point for Thompson. Joel Thompson now a long shot. That one took a funny hop end way to the net. The net comes off its moorings. And the Bucks will get a break with that whistle. And then we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone. So a great early chance by Colton Adair. He was real good in that game against the Ravens. He was good in the first game against the Bucks that these two teams played in the first playoff game. And he has as it stands now, the best chance so far. Face off to the left of Willis, tie up for it. Nick Hancox will just shovel it back to Chris Brown. Throws it around the corner for Troy Rooks. Rooks just going to go off the wall for Alex Rindeau. Peterson up for Rooks, back for Rindeau. Just tries to push that ball in deep and does. So there's a battle for it along the near boards. Rindeau comes away with the ball. Tries to get it to Hancox. That one gets intercepted by Jarrett Penner. And he comes the other way with the Snowbirds and just pushes it in deep. Rooks being pressured there by Damon Williams. Backhands that ball in. Corey Stefiak is back to get it for the Snowbirds. And now Penner with it. Being watched by big Terrell Drowdy. Drowdy is able to strip Jarrett Penner, but couldn't quite get his stick on the ball. Mike Gannon now has trouble handling that ball. Drowdy got it back momentarily. Drowdy tries to receive that pass in the slot, but that one took a funny hop on him. Keith Mitchell now with a shot as the ball rolls in front. And now Cunningham is going to come out of this crease. And now here comes Corey Steffiak the other way. He'll just gain the line, working 1-on-3. Steffiak still with it. Makes a move around Keith Mitchell and then around Chris Brown. Corey Steffiak with a chance and a good stop made there by Troy Willis. Great individual effort from Steffiak after a couple of tense moments down in the Snowbirds' end. So another face-off with 16:53 to go in the Bucks' end. Face-off will be to the left of Troy Willis, the Bucks goaltender. Nottoway's in the circle for the Snowbirds. Ended up being won by Bucks centerman Josh Anderson. Pasternak off the wall for Anderson. Just gains the line and gains a step on Brett Weens. Josh Anderson backhands one to the net that gets steered aside by Greg Cunningham. Brent Weens now pushes that ball in deep. Icing waved off. Pasternak is back. Brock Harrison hot on his tail. So he'll just slide it across to Dean Crossland. Up for Trell Drowdy now. Led the Premier League in goals in the regular season. Drowdy will just gain the line. Nottoway is able to steal that one away from Anderson. And Crossland chips that one forward for Anderson. For Drowdy. Drowdy now just gains the line for Josh Anderson. And a great stop by Cunningham. The ball was loose, but Matt Landers was there to push away the rebound. D'Entremont now on the near boards, being watched by Keith Mitchell. The ball will go back for Landers. He'll just go D-to-D for Brent Weens. Weens for Nottoway's centering pass. Nottoway's now over the red line and just throws that one into the corner. D'Entremont will give chase. Pasternak is there to cut him off. Pasternak now reverses course and gets it to Crossland. That pass was out of his reach. Picked up by Colton Adair. There's a shot by Jack Stite, and it gets stopped by Troy Willis. Willis has come to play so far through the first 4.5 minutes of this one. Keith Mitchell now the other way, over the line. Tries to make a move around LaBelle, but can't. Josh Grimm can't pick up that ball either. Finally gets it back from Xavier LaBelle. But now he'll just push that one to Morgan Suter. Suter turns and fires and hammers it wide as he was looking for the far side. Darwin Morin tied up by Potter Desky. That allows Thompson to come in and take the ball. Lee Colby, though, will throw that ball back in. Cunningham makes the save, and he elects to keep play alive. Xavier LaBelle behind his own net now. Ahead for Potter Desky. Up the wall for Thompson. Thompson tries to center that one for Adair. Doesn't get there. Colby now will push that one back. Potter Desky cuts it down, and Kagan Jackstite now with the ball on his stick. Jackstite being watched by Suter. Suter now and Adair collide behind the Bucks net. Jackstite centering pass. That one doesn't work. Jackstite's being worked on by Mark Noel. Good work from the Bucks defenseman, and now here comes Josh Grimm. Throws that one in. Cunningham steers that aside with his right pad. Darwin Morin now pushes that ball, tries to push that ball in deep, but that one will go out of play and we'll have a face-off in what I would expect to be the neutral zone. 14-17 to go in the opening half, still 0-0 in the championship game of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. So both teams will make changes. Anderson, Drowdy, Mitchell up front for the Bucks. Steffiak, Derek Luxheim, and Mike Gammon out for the Snowbirds. Brown throws that one off the wall. Penner for the other corner for Mike Gammon. Tries to push it past Peterson and can't. And now Trell Drowdy picks that one up for Mitchell. Turnover. Here comes D'Entremont now. It's D'Entremont with a long shot, and Willis makes that save. Tie Port in the near corner. Nottoway's in a battle with Trell Drowdy, who comes away with the ball. Trell Drowdy now working on Bryce Williams, trying to gain position to the net. Drowdy tries a centering pass for Anderson, doesn't get there. Anderson turns and fires, and a good stop by Greg Cunningham. Landers the other way. Ahead for D'Entremont, too far for him to handle. Pasternak up for Anderson. And Josh Anderson will just gain the line. Wanted to get it back down to Mitchell, but couldn't. Now D'Entremont's pass fans on that one. Pasternak now. Nice move. Here comes Pasternak. Lost it. Josh Anderson now behind the Snowbirds net. watched by Bryce Williams. Josh Grimm now centering pass for Suter with a shot. That one got blocked by Landers. Suter back for Crossland. Back for Pasternak. For Suter. There's a shot, and that one goes off of a stick and gets sent down the length of the ice. So that's going to be an icing call with 12:50 to go. So all of a sudden the floor is starting to tilt, and the Bucks are starting to put on some pressure in the Snowbirds offensive zone, and we're going to have a league timeout, a officials timeout, whatever you want to call it, with 12:50 to go in the first half. Still a 0-0 score. So, championship weekend out in Dalmany at the Dalmany Arena, who have been ever so gracious with their arena and allowing us the opportunity to come out and put on this premier Ball Hockey League, which was all started by commissioner, co-founder, and player Justin D'Entremont, and I had the opportunity to catch up with him earlier, and he's looking forward to tomorrow when he's able to get some rest and some sleep. But a big congratulations and a big shout out goes out to him and everybody else involved for getting the Premier League off the ground in its inaugural stages. The first set of games was all the way back in July, and now we're here. So a great job by Justin D'Entremont and everybody involved. And like I said at the outset of this game, it's only fitting that these two teams are in the final, the two best teams in the regular season. Doesn't always happen that way, but Premier Ball Hockey League it has. Darwin Morin gives chase after that loose ball, can't get there. So now Colton Adair picks it up. Adair off the wall for Thompson, had that one poked away by Crossland. LaBelle now behind his own net as the Snowbirds try to get set up, and LaBelle's going to move that one up for Adair. Here comes Adair down the wing with a shot. That one got blocked. Good block there from Bucks defenseman Dean Crossland. Still with it is Adair, back for Potardevsky at the point. Try to get it down low for Adair, missed him. And Crossland gets that one out for Josh Grimm. Ahead for Darwin Morin, who has a step. Darwin Morin in with a shot, and he goes just wide. Suter with a chance on the backhand, and a stop by Cunningham. Morin tries the wrap around, but a great job by Jarrett Penner to get there. Crossland now with a long shot from the point, and that one goes wide. Cole Thompson now for Jack Stites. A centering pass for Adair. Icing is waved off. That one will trickle all the way down to Troy Willis. And he'll hang on. 11:36 to go. Some good chances by the Bucks. And a great wraparound chance by Darwin Morin. If not for Xavier LaBelle being right there, that might have ended up in the back of the net. Still looking for our first goal. 0-0 face-off to the left of Cunningham. Face-off won by Steffiak. Back for Williams with a shot, and a good stop made there by Willis, and he'll hang on. It's a clean face-off win there from Steffiak, which allowed that shot to go through from Bryce Williams, and Troy Willis, who stands tall in that Bucks net, is able to make the save. Face-off won this time by Alex Rindeau. Now, here comes Troy Rooks down the boards. Ahead for Nick Hancock. Hancock's with a shot. That one got blocked. Hancock follows up, tries to get it to the goal, but can't. And here comes Steffiak the other way. Steffiak tries to poke it past Mark Noel. Noel does a good job to stay with. And Steffiak now reverses course, throws it off the wall. Back to the point for Williams. Williams now down low for Steffiak. Down low for Mike Gannon. Missed him. Colby throws that one off the wall for Rindeau, and that's going to be a penalty, and the Bucks are going to go to the power play as Corey Steffiak is going to go for body, and there might be another one here as well. So it's the championship game. Expectations, tempers are high, and we're going to see if this is going to be one or two penalties here to the Bucks. So Steffiak's going to go sit. And We're going to see if it's just going to be one or two. So it looks like it's just going to be the one penalty to Steffiak. Rindeau got the stick knocked out of his hands after that play as he was in a conversation with the Snowbirds bench. But either way, the Bucks have the game's first power play and a chance to go up 1-0. Good early clear from the Snowbirds. So it'll be a body contact penalty against Steffiak, and James Pasternak will now bring it up ahead for Mitchell. And they're going to say that he didn't gain the line. And now he did. Pasternak now for Terrell Drowdy. For Josh Anderson. Back for Pasternak now. For Mitchell. Keith Mitchell at the far face-off circle. Across for Anderson. Had a chance. Put it wide. Mitchell. Anderson wants that ball again. Keith Mitchell now. Lots of time and space. What's he going to do? He's going to throw it on net. Cunningham's going to steer that one out of play into the netting. And it's going to be an offensive zone face-off to the right of Greg Cunningham. With 10:07 to go in the first half and minute 17 left in the score Steffiak penalty. So Drowdy out to take the draw versus D'Entremont. Face-off won by Drowdy, one back for Mitchell. Mitchell and Pasternak on the back end. Grimm, Anderson, Drowdy up front. Pasternak for Anderson. And with space, down low for Drowdy. Drowdy now with it. Tried to get it across. Brock Harrison is able to pick that one off and send it down the length of the ice. The Snowbirds will get some fresh penalty killing legs out. Less than a minute to go now in the first penalty of the game. Pasternak. Just going to chip that one past LaBelle, and then gets it back for Josh Grimm. Grimm across for Anderson. Wanted to shoot, elects not to. Anderson back for Pasternak, who leaves it there for Mitchell. Pasternak at the top of this umbrella. Mitchell now with a shot, and that one doesn't get through. Thompson tries to get it out, but can't. Less than 30 to go in the power play. Drowdy now with it. Drowdy tries a centering pass. That one misses everybody. Pasternak is able to get that one back for Mitchell. Keith Mitchell now with it on the far wall in the face-off circle. Back for Anderson with a shot. Put it wide. 10 seconds now to go in the Corey Steffiak penalty. Drowdy for Pasternak. Pasternak now is going to tee one up with a shot, and that one trickles wide as well. Final seconds remaining. Steffiak is going to be out of the box, so the Bucks 0 for 1 on the power play, and now a chance for Colton Adair. Adair in! Lost the handle on it. Great job by James Pasternak to get back just at the last second. There's a centering pass. That one got broken up by Pasternak, but now Darwin Morin sends it across for Terrell Drowdy. Anderson is breaking to the net. Josh Anderson in! Oh, what a stop! Loose ball, penalty coming up, and the Snowbirds are going to be going back to the penalty kill. Grimm now with it. Josh Grimm with a shot, fired it wide. I don't think Greg Cunningham has a stick either. And this is going to be a hooking penalty as Josh Anderson had a great chance. And what action with 8:17 to go in the opening half, still 0-0, and pretty much right after, about a minute or so after, Brock Harrison is going to go to the box now. It's going to be a hook. So good pass from Terrell Drowdy, and Anderson had a chance, got hooked. Ball was loose. Drowdy had a follow-up chance, but nothing doing. However, it does result in another power play for the Bucks. Had some good chances that first time. Face-off cleanly won by Darwin Morin. Back for Lee Colby. Suter, Morin, Colby, Crossland. And I believe that's Emmett Bear that's also out there for the Bucks. Now Suter walks in with a shot, scores! Morgan Suter on the power play, and the Bucks strike first in the championship game. It's 1-0. So second time's a charm on the power play. Morgan Suter had the tying goal and the game-winning goal against the Snowbirds in the first playoff game, and he gets the Bucks on the board first. There's a 1-0 lead. they had a good amount of chances on their first power play. They go right back to the power play, and Morgan Suter finds some room on Greg Cunningham. Great screen by Emmett Bear in front of the net, too. And it's a 1-0 Bucks lead. We're going to see if they want to try for more. Nick Hancock's back for Lee Colby. Off the wall for Mark Noel. He's able to push it past Stefiak, and Noel gets it for Troy Rooks. They'll just gain the line. Rooks tries to get it in deep. It's now Mike Gammon with it. Loose ball. Hancock's made a play on it to send it in deep, but the Snowbirds are able to recover. And now Gammon with a long shot, and that one almost fooled Troy Willis as it went just past him. Colby around for Mark Noel. Throws it around for Hancock's. And Hancock's now for Noel. Up for Rooks. Back for Hancock. Under 7 to play in the opening half. Bucks aren't going to get out of their zone until they find the right play. As now Bryce Williams picks up that loose ball. Hancock steals that one from him. It's for Troy Rooks. Rooks now tries to give it to a Bucks forward, but can't. As that one gets hammered all the way around. Megan Jackstide now with it for the Snowbirds. Now here comes Keith Mitchell the other way. Drops it off for Terrell Drowdy. Drowdy now with it. He's just going to try to outweight the Snowbirds as the rest of his teammates get set up in the offensive zone. Being watched closely there by Penner. Drowdy still with it. Takes some contact from Penner. The officials will let that one slide. And that one misses everybody, and that's going to be an icing call against the Snowbirds. So with 5:57 remaining in the opening half, the Bucks will get an offensive zone faceoff as they look to add to their lead, and we'll have another officials timeout. So 1-0 Bucks lead on a Morgan Suter power play goal. He has the last 3 goals for the Bucks. Of course, he scored the game tying goal with 5 seconds remaining in the first playoff game to send it to overtime. And then he had the overtime winner, and that propelled the Bucks right to the championship final, which they're in now against the Snowbirds, as the Snowbirds are looking for revenge in the championship game, the inaugural championship game of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. And it's all brought to you by MR Promo, specializing in custom apparel and corporate promotional products. Our business is promoting yours. Great atmosphere here in Dalmeny for championship weekend as well. A good turnout at the rink, which is always good to see. So the face-off will be to the left of Cunningham. One back for Pasternak. A long shot. That one goes wide, and Cunningham will just play that one off the board. For the whistle, and we'll do the face-off all over again, this time to the right of Greg Cunningham. So Anderson versus Harrison. Pasternak down low for Drowdy. Dean Crosland now tries to keep that one in, and in doing so puts it off the netting, so the face-off will come outside. So the face-off, neutral zone. Battle for it right near the boards. Nottoway's in a battle with Keith Mitchell. But now Brock Harrison with it. Gains the line, tries a centering pass for Nottoway's. Doesn't get there. Keith Mitchell now springs Terrell Drowdy. Drowdy trying to gain position on Landers. Scores! Terrell Drowdy makes it a 2-0 Bucks lead with 5:20 to go in the opening half. So a great outlet pass by Keith Mitchell to Spring Drowdy, and he just got his big body in the right position on Matt Landers, and he snipes one home past Greg Cunningham. Drowdy led the league in goals in the regular season, and you just saw why, and it's a 2-0 Bucks lead. So now we're going to see how the Snowbirds can respond with some adversity. In the semifinal game against the Ravens, they were down 3 different times. They were down 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, or 3-2, pardon me. Came back to tie up the game each time, and then they got out to a 5-3 lead, and then the Ravens were able to storm back to make it a 5-5 game, and then the Snowbirds were able to get a late game-winning goal and add an empty netter, and that's how they got to the final. But now they're down by 2 and haven't seemed to be able to respond yet. Chris Brown throws it up the wall for Suter. Darwin Morin picks up that loose ball. Back for Suter. Got the Bucks on the board first on the power play in this one. Suter now with it. Working on LaBelle. Suter still with it. Back to the point for Chris Brown. The long shot, and that one's going to go straight out. And the faceoff will come in the neutral zone with 4:46 to go in the opening half. So 2-0 lead for the Bucks. Face-off won by the Snowbirds. They'll push it forward. Now Lee Colby off the wall for Suter. Back for Darwin Morin, who will give chase. Working with Joel Thompson. Morin still with it. Plays it down for Grimm. Now Josh Grimm, centering pass for Suter. Suter back for Mark Noel. And Noel just throws that one into the corner for Darwin Morin. Morin, a centering pass for Suter. Couldn't connect, and Kagan Jackstite comes away with it. Pushes it up for Colton Adair now. Colton Adair in, lost the handle. Good job by Mark Noel not to take a penalty as he tried to swat that one away. Jared Penner is able to hold the line. Penner steps in with a shot. That one doesn't make its way through. It's blocked by Morin, and he'll break away the other way for the Bucks. Morin just gains the line. Looking for somebody to give it to, just throws it to an open corner. Suter gives chase. Antoine Nataways, however, is able to pick it up for the Snowbirds, and he'll start out with it the other way. Ahead for Harrison. Harrison, backhand pass for Thompson, intercepted. Dean Crossland picks that one up now. Crossland trying to look for somewhere to go. Being watched by D'Entremont. Pushes it up for Josh Anderson. Anderson now gains the line. Back for Drowdy. He had the second Bucks goal. Crossland now wants to tee one up. That one got blocked. Crossland gets it back, and this time gets it down low for Keith Mitchell. Mitchell with a shot, and a good stop by Cunningham. As that ball rolls to Terrell Drowdy. Off the wall. Harrison couldn't get that one out. Pasternak with a shot. Doesn't make its way through. Xavier LaBelle was able to block that one. Harrison chips that one forward. Crossland is able to pick that one up for the Bucks, however. Just goes off the boards and gets it out. And now Terrell Drowdy ahead for Anderson. Anderson for Keith Mitchell now. Keith Mitchell with a shot. Fires it high and wide. Drowdy tries to push that ball in deep but can't. Justin D'Entremont gets it up for Nataways. Nataways can't pull it past Pasternak. Good defensive play by Pasternak, and Anderson just fires it in. Terrell Drowdy is able to pick it up. Terrell Drowdy now with it, tries to make a move around Landers. Good stick by Landers to poke it away. Brock Harrison now up the left boards, and he'll cut to the middle of the floor. Tries the return feed for Weens, and it's going to be a penalty against the Bucks. It's going to be interference against Terrell Drowdy. So it looked like it might have happened maybe behind the play. I didn't see it, but referee Ray Barasinski did. And Dean Crossland will get the explanation. So now the Snowbirds, with 2:19 to go in the first half, will have an opportunity at their first power play of the game. And the Bucks are going to take a timeout. Make sure that they get the right penalty killers on the ice that they want to. So both teams will come up with a play. 2:19 to go. Droughty in the box for, they're calling it goalie interference. So first power play of the game for the Snowbirds, looking to cut the lead in half. Thompson, D'Entremont, Harrison, Adair, and LaBelle out. Face off to the right of Willis. LaBelle. He's going to move his way to the middle of the floor. Him and Adair are going to switch. And Bell tees one up. Good stop by Willis. The ball is loose, and it's still loose and ends up going into the corner. D'Entremont picks it up at the far wall now. Right by his bench. D'Entremont down low for Brock Harrison. Looking for somewhere to go. Back for LaBelle's going to tee one up. A good stop by Willis. And he finds that one and hangs on. So a good chance for the Snowbirds 29 seconds into the power play. But Troy Willis makes the stop. So the face-off this time to the left of Willis. Now LaBelle on another Snowbirds face-off win. LaBelle down low for D'Entremont with a shot. Hammers it high. Adair across for D'Entremont with a shot. And another stop. Ball's loose. They score! Joel Thompson puts one home. The Snowbirds get on the board with a power play goal of their own. And it's now 2-1. But D'Entremont had the original shot that got stopped by Troy Willis. And then Joel Thompson was right there on the rebound. So the Snowbirds cut the lead in half. Each team now has a power play goal, and it's 2-1 with 1:33 to go in the opening half. Mark Noel with it. Back for Colby. Up for Josh Anderson. Anderson for Keith Mitchell. Anderson breaks to the net, but Mitchell couldn't control that rolling ball. Matt Landers picks it up behind his own net for the Snowbirds. It's now Kagan Jackstad with it the other way. This could be a 2-on-1. Jackstad slows down for Corey Steffiak, but Droughty is able to get in there to break up that pass. Weens just sends it down. Mark Noel around the wall. And icing's going to be waved off because the Snowbirds were in the midst of a change. Final minute, 46 seconds and counting. Brett Weens on the back end, ahead for Harrison. A centering pass for Justin D'Entremont and scores! Justin D'Entremont on the backhand with 36 seconds left in the half, and it's 2-2. So a good pass by Brock Harrison, and Justin D'Entremont was just able to blow by the Bucks defensively and slides a backhander in through the 5-hole of Troy Willis. And in the face of adversity, the Snowbirds respond as it's now a 2-2 hockey game. So face-off won by Morin. Bad for Suter now. Tries to push it past LaBelle. Nataways picks up that loose ball off the wall. D'Entremont breaking towards the net. There's a shot fired wide. 20 seconds to go in the first half in a 2-2 game. Wouldn't expect anything less for the championship final. Dean Crossland off the wall, can't get it out. Pasternak goes off the other wall for Suter. Suter now with it, tries to move that one up but can't, and that'll do it for the end of the half. So the Bucks got out to a 2-0 lead, back-to-back goals from the Snowbirds, and through the first 20 minutes of play in the championship final, it's a 2-2 game.
Now it's your turn to sit in the director's chair by taking advantage of broadcast industry training and bring your ideas to life. Or you can contribute by volunteering and help build local community programming.
Welcome back to the second half of the championship game of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League in Dalmeny in the Dalmeny Arena. Matt Morrison, happy to have you along. It is a 2-2 tie through the first 20 minutes, and there's 20 miles to go. Somebody on this floor or on this bench is going to be a hero and propel their team to the first ever Premier Ball Hockey League championship trophy. Bucks with some early pressure. It's Antoine Nataways now. He comes back with it the other way and just sends it in deep. Pasternak gets tied up by D'Entremont now behind the Bucks net. I think D'Entremont has lost his stick and then goes and picks it up. The ball comes loose for Kagan Jackstite now with it, trying to make a move, and that one got fanned, and now Brock Harrison picks up the ball. There's a chance. Save made, they rebound, and Willis is able to make the save and hang on. So some tense moments in the Buck zone early as James Pasternak felt like he was maybe tripped on the play, so he's getting an explanation from official Tyler Day. The face-off will be to the right of Troy Willis, deep in the Buck zone. 48 seconds into the second half. Darwin Morin and Joel Thompson tie up off the face-off, and Pasternak plays that one around. Now Harrison is with it, being watched by Crossland. Brock Harrison still being watched by Crossland. Morgan Suter comes in to help. Ball goes to the point. There's a shot and a good stop by Troy Willis, as that shot came off the stick of Xavier LaBelle. Troy Willis had to stretch to make that save a little bit, but he does just that. So early pressure here from the Snowbirds. 2-1 answered by them to climb back into this game. They were down 2-0 at one point, but thanks to goals by Joel Thompson and Justin D'Entremont, it's now a 2-2 game. LaBelle is able to hold the line as the ball rolls out to him. He gets it down low for Thompson. Tries a centering pass. That one doesn't work. Morin is able to intercept that one. Moves it up for Suter. Morgan Suter tries to chip that one off the wall. Couldn't get it out. Good job by the Snowbirds to keep that one in. And now Lee Colby will retrieve back and pick up that ball at the side of his net. And he'll start out with it ahead for Morin. Darwin Morin out with Morgan Suter and Josh Grimm. Bryce Williams up for Mike Gammon now. Gammon spins away from a check and starts out the other way. Gammon sends it in deep. Willis attempted to play that one but couldn't. Now Lee Colby with it. Cross for Mark Noel. Noel up off the wall for Hancocks. For Grimm. Josh Grimm now just puts it in deep, and Hancocks is going to go in and give chase. There's now Jared Penner with it for the Snowbirds. Up for Derek Luxhine. Luxhine now over the line. Tries to make a move on Colby, can't, but goes to retrieve the ball. Derek Luxhine now still with it. Being watched by Colby. Now there's a shot in front of a good chance from Nataways, who almost put that one in. Not sure if that one went wide or if it was stopped. Now Williams with a shot, and I don't know if that one got all the way through. Nataways picks up that loose ball. He had a chance on a wraparound too. Nataways makes the next move. There's a centering pass, and that one goes just over the net Snowbirds putting on some early pressure here in the second half. Williams with a long shot. There's a deflection by Luxheim in front, and a good stop by Willis. Peterson tries to get that one out. And now here comes Emmett Bear with it the other way. He couldn't get it out. Nottoway's the other way. Tried to get it to D'Entremont, but Pasternak was able to thwart that attempt. Now here comes Josh Anderson. Anderson. Pasternak. Pasternak now tries to get it across to Drowdy, but couldn't. Loose ball. Crossland throws it into the one corner. Kagan Jackstite now with it. They're not going to call that one a high stick. They're going to say Crossland was well within the legal zone. So we'll play on. Crossland being watched by Harrison. Gives it to Pasternak. Return feed for Dean Crossland. Tries to make a move, but couldn't get it past. But now there's a long pass. Mitchell's going to knock that one down with a high stick. And Penner's going to touch that one. So that one was definitely a high stick, but a good job by Dean Crossland. Because now here comes Colton Adair the other way for the Snowbirds. There's a shot. Good stop made there by Willis. Pasternak with it now. Being watched closely by Jackstite. Throws it off the wall. Keith Mitchell tries to send it back, but that one got intercepted. Now here comes Terrell Drowdy. Tries to make a break for it. Tries to poke it away from Landers, but can't. Landers will move it up for Harrison. Had trouble controlling that one. Dives to get that one up. Jackstite now with it. Here comes Kagan Jackstite working on Crossland. A nice move with a shot and a good stop right into the Bucks crest on the jersey of Troy Willis, and he squeezes that one. So good pressure. Majority of the play so far through the first 4.5 minutes, however, has gone in the way of the Snowbirds. Face off to the left of Willis. And that one is going to be an icing call. So they'll come and do the face off to the left of Troy Willis once again. The face off to the left of Willis. Joel Thompson versus Morin in the face-off circle. Tie up. Thompson tries to go forward with it. Being watched there by Lee Colby. All sorts of bodies down low behind the nets as everybody's in there trying to make a play on the ball. LaBelle gets the ball at the half wall. Xavier LaBelle now with it. That one goes back to the point. Potterdeski gives that one down low for Harrison. Down low for Thompson. Thompson for Harrison now. Back for Potterdeski. Potterdeski does a good job to just hold the line and keep that one in. Harrison a centering pass, but that one doesn't get through. The Bucks are just going to throw that one down the length of the floor for an icing call. So again, good early pressure here by the Snowbirds that results in an icing call against the Bucks, so they will be able to change. However, the faceoff will once again come deep down in the Bucks end. So D'Entremont in the face-off circle for the Birds. And that one is going to get out. This is going to be a race for it. Is Terrell Drowdy going to get there? He is not, and he doesn't like the call. He thought he got there. Referee Ray Beresinski was right there to make that call look close from up here, but either way, it's going to be another icing call, and the face-off is going to come down in the Buck zone. Tough to tell from up here, but that was probably one that could have gone either way. Either way, stick with the call on the floor. There's a spin and rebound, and a great stop by Willis on Nottoway's. Troy Willis keeps this a 2-2 game on a huge stop. Jackstite now with it. Kagan Jackstite Matt Landers wants it at the point. He'll get it with a shot and a good stop by Willis. Landers now with it. Backhands that one down low for Nataways. Nataways a centering pass broken up by Pasternak. Good defensive play by Pasternak. Nataways still with it. Nataways with a shot. And that one doesn't get through. Now here comes Josh Anderson the other way, working on Brent Weems. Anderson pushes it past Weems. Anderson in, and a good stop there by Cunningham. And the ball is loose. Nobody knows where it is. And it ends up behind the net. So the best chance of the half so far for the Bucks was right there. And now the Bucks are going to have an opportunity to potentially tilt some momentum as they're going to get a face-off down in the Snowbirds' end. So a pretty good pace here so far. 13:29 to go in the second half. 2-2 game in the championship of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. And the face-off will come to the left of Greg Cunningham. So Rindeau out to take the draw for the Bucks versus Steffiak. Rooks, Colby, Noel. Now there's a shot by Rooks. Chris Lambiers is out there as well for the Bucks. There's another shot and a save made there. Lambiers tries to turn and fire, but couldn't. Now Mike Gammon couldn't make a move around Noel. Good defense by Noel. Troy Rooks with it now. Rooks tries to get it back to the point. Now Lee Colby with it. Back for Lambiers. Lambiers throws that one behind the net. Steffiak picks it up here for the Snowbirds. Good job by Rindeau to get back, and then couldn't quite get the handle on it. Now Troy Rooks up for Lambiers. Chris Lambiers now just throws it into the opposite corner, and Darwin Morin will give chase. Pasternak back for Dean Crossland off the bench onto the floor. Ahead for Suter. Morgan Suter. Cross for Grimm, too far for him. So Grimm will go and get it, and Cunningham will just find that one and hang on. And we will have the league, what they call the league timeout, with 12:27 to go in a 2-2 game. This has been a good one. It's got everything you could want. Intensity, pace, a little bit of jawing back and forth on the floor. All the things a championship game consists of. So lots of talking out on the floor, and we'll see if the Bucks can maybe try to get some of that momentum back that they had in the first half. It's been all Snowbirds here so far. So face off to the left of Cunningham. Face off one, and Suter tried the one-timer right off the face-off, and it just hopped right over his stick. Dean Crossland now off for Grimm. Josh Grimm now just gains the line and sends it in. LaBelle back for the Snowbirds, and that one is going to go up off the roof, and it's going to be inside. Say that went off LaBelle, and then because of that, the face-off will be inside. So both teams will make some changes. 12:08 to go. Anderson out to take the draw for the Bucks versus Joel Thompson. Face out to the right of Cunningham. Won by the Bucks. Mitchell. Cross floor pass for Drell Drowdy. Picks it up off the wall. Back for Dean Crossland. Crossland with time and a shot. Rips it wide. Good chance for Dean Crossland as he had a lot of time. Crossland wanted to shoot again, but this time gives it back to Drell Drowdy. Centering pass for Anderson. Makes a nice move. Josh Anderson in front. They score! Keith Mitchell on a great play Josh Anderson finished off by Keith Mitchell. Anderson made a great move around Joel Thompson and just waited out Greg Cunningham and gave it to Keith Mitchell, who had a wide open cage to put it in, and it's a 3-2 Bucks lead with 11:45 remaining. So a great job by the Bucks, and when it looked like the Bucks, or the Snowbirds, excuse me, had a lot of the momentum here in this second half, all of a sudden the momentum has changed with that big goal. Here comes Nataways the other way for the Snowbirds now. Gains the line. Sends it down for D'Entremont. The Snowbirds have been good at responding in this game and in the semifinal against the Ravens. And there's a big block by Josh Grimm, and his bench loves that. Landers now over the red line for the Snowbirds. Pasternak sends it around for Morgan Suter. LaBelle hot on his tail. Suter makes a nice play off the boards to himself. And here comes Morgan Suter now with it. Stops up, lets one go off the stick of LaBelle, and the faceoff is going to come inside to the right of Greg Cunningham with 10:59 to go in the second half, and a 3-2 Bucks lead. So Mitchell, Trouty, Anderson will hop back out onto the floor looking for some insurance. They went up 2-0 in this game. The Snowbirds were able to battle back. Now the Bucks have the ever-important go-ahead goal. Jared Penner for the Snowbirds, tied up by Trouty. And the Snowbirds were able to get it out. Harrison, one-touch pass for LaBelle. Back for Harrison. Harrison for Adair. Adair waiting, shooting, and a stop made there by Willis. Thompson back for Jared Penner. Penner, a long shot, doesn't make its way through. Snowbirds still have the ball, and now Keith Mitchell is going to try to chip that one past his man, but can't. And now here comes Trouty and Anderson. Josh Anderson wanted to get it to Trouty, but a great job by LaBelle to break that one up. Terrell Trouty has one goal in this game, and he was breaking to the net looking for another one, and that's going to be an icing call against the Snowbirds with 10:11 on the clock. So the Bucks now are starting to have some momentum, especially after that third goal, and they almost had another chance right there. So face off to the left of Greg Cunningham. Morin out for the Bucks. D'Entremont wins that one for the Snowbirds. Brent Weems going to slowly bring the ball up the floor over his own blue line, over the red line. Sends it up for Kegan Jackstite. Jackstite now sends it towards the net, and a loose ball. And the net comes off its moorings, as I believe that was D'Entremont that was breaking to the net. And he couldn't quite connect on that pass. The net comes off its moorings, and that's the reason for the whistle. So face off to the left of Troy Willis. 9:52 to go. D'Entremont wins that one right to himself. D'Entremont, oh, what a stop by Willis. It's at the back of his pad, and the ball was loose. I don't think Troy Willis knew where it was. And now here comes Morgan Suter the other way. Suter is going to stop up. And he'll just give it back for Dean Crossan, who goes D to D for James Pasternak. For Morin. Morin now being watched by D'Entremont. A shot. That one doesn't get through and just rolls into the corner, and Nataways picks it up. Tries to get it ahead for D'Entremont, but Crossan is right there. Morgan Suter gains the line, but then had it poked away by Weems. Nataways picks up the loose ball at center floor. D'Entremont is able to gain the line after he fell over his own feet. D'Entremont now behind the net, tries a centering pass, nobody there. Went off the side of the net anyways. Morgan Suter now off the wall. And The Bucks will make a change. LaBelle in his own end. He'll just go D to D for Jared Penner. Being watched by Drowdy. Now Keith Mitchell had a chance at that ball, but Colton Adair comes the other way with it for the Snowbirds. Lost it, but got it back. Nice pass for LaBelle, who had to cut that one down. Now Pasternak ahead for Anderson, for Keith Mitchell. That's the go-ahead goal. Mitchell for Anderson now. Sends it back down low for Keith Mitchell. Mitchell now wants a centering pass for Anderson. Couldn't quite find him, and that allows Brock Harrison to come the other way with it. Ahead for Adair. Makes a nice move around Mark Noel. Adair, nice pass for Thompson. There's a shot. That one doesn't make its way through. A good block there by, I believe that was Lee Colby. Mitchell. Now Jared Penner with it. Turns and fires that one up the wall. Josh Anderson now with it. Anderson, a shot, scores! Josh Anderson on the pass from Terrell Drowdy. And the Bucks restore their 2-goal lead. It's 4-2. What a shot by Josh Anderson after the Snowbirds had trouble clearing the ball. Terrell Drowdy was able to find Anderson in the middle of the floor, and he rips one past Cunningham. And with 7:56 remaining, it's 4-2. So the ever-important insurance marker with less than 8 minutes to go. We've seen the Snowbirds battle from 2 down already once in this game, and we'll see if they have it in them again. As Bryce Williams with it now behind his own net. For Landers. Up for Nataways on the far boards. Centering pass for D'Entremont. Got intercepted. Now D'Entremont gets it back. And a good stop made there by Willis. Pasternak. Up for Morgan Suter now. Suter tries to make a move around Nataways but can't. Comes Nataways. Picks that one back up. Back for Landers. Landers, he'll go G to D for Williams. Williams lots of time with a shot, and that one got blocked again by Josh Grimm. He's all over the place in the championship final. Landers now tees one up, and that one goes off a stick and wide. Morin off the wall for Suter. Leaves it for Grimm. And Grimm just backhands that one in, and the Bucks are going to go off for a fresh set of legs. Jack State with it now. That's a centering pass. Thompson turns and fires, and that one got blocked too. Now here comes Drowdy. Throws it to the open wall. Keith Mitchell will pick it up. Mitchell makes a move on Jared Penner. Gets it back for Mark Noel. Down low for Anderson, who has the insurance marker. Centering pass for Drowdy. Tries to turn and fire, but couldn't as LaBelle was right there. Harrison tries to get it up, but can't. And is this going to be an icing call? Yes, it is, with 6:15 to go in the second half. Going to be an icing call against the Snowbirds. So this will be the league timeout, I do believe, with 6:15 to go on a 4-2 game in the inaugural championship weekend of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. Matt Morrison with you. Happy to have you along. It's all brought to you by Napper, the #1 name and top of the line ball hockey equipment. So the face-off will be to the left of Cunningham. Anderson out to take the draw for the Bucks. Going up against Joel Thompson. LaBelle up for Harrison. Ahead for Colton Adair. Plays that one off the wall. Being watched by Noel. Centering pass for LaBelle, who creeps down. LaBelle, a shot. And a good stop made there by Troy Willis with the glove. So a good chance for the Snowbirds, but an even better stop from Troy Willis, who's played well today. So face off to the left of Willis. Get some debris off the floor. Face off controlled by the Bucks. Pasternak throws it around the wall for Terrell Droughty. Couldn't get it out. That's now Adair. Tees one up. Fires it wide. LaBelle does a good job to hold the line. Being watched closely by two Bucks forwards. LaBelle still with it. That one doesn't get through. Anderson away, up for Droughty. Tries to pull it through, and offside is going to be called. Anderson will just touch it, and the faceoff's going to come down into the Bucks side of the neutral zone with 5.5 to go in the second half. Check that. The faceoff's going to come down inside the Bucks defensive zone to the right of Troy Willis. Face off, one straight back. Landers can't keep that one. No, he does keep that one, and it was sitting right on the line, and that one will go off a player on the Bucks bench, so the face-off will come this time in the neutral zone. Landers throws that ball in. Crossland up for Pasternak. For Emmett Bear. Lost that one. Kagan Jackstite now with it. Jackstite across for Steffiak. Fires it wide. Pasternak now with it. Tries to go off the wall. Battle for it on these near boards. As Emmett Bear is able to come away with it. Emmett Bear might have a chance. D'Entremont is able to get back and pick up that loose ball. That one got intercepted by Grimm, though, and Grimm just throws it into the Snowbirds' end. You got to think that the Bucks are just going to try to get this ball deep in the Snowbirds' end and keep it down there for as long as they can. As all of a sudden time ticks away, under 4.5 to go in the second half, and it's a 4-2 Bucks lead in the championship game. Here comes Terrell Droughty. Droughty with a shot. Fires it high as he was looking to go short side. Mitchell now with it. Down low for Anderson. Back for Colby. And Keith Mitchell with a shot. And that one got blocked and went wide. Now, Jackstite will pick it up in his own end. Back for Landers. We're under 4 to play. Landers, long pass for Harrison. And that misses everybody and goes down for an icing call, so the faceoff will come back in the Snowbirds' end. .337 to go. Face off to the left of Cunningham. Have to keep our eye on the Snowbirds' goal and see when they want to pull. Cunningham, Suter, a shot right off the draw. Save it, the rebound, and a great stop by Cunningham. Keep this a 2-goal game. Grimm now with it. In front, there's a chance they score! Darwin Morin whacked at it in front. And it's a 5-2 Bucks lead with 3:23 to go. So Cunningham made the great original save, but a great job by the Bucks to follow up with it. And Darwin Morin is able to put it home. And it's a 5-2 Bucks lead with 3:23 to go. So face-off one back by Thompson. It's now LaBelle with it. Ahead for Thompson. Thompson now had that one blocked away. They gain the line though. A nice move by Colton Adair. Down low in front. A chance, and that one somehow stayed out. Rebound got put through the crease too. Trell Droughty picks it up and he starts back out the other way. Droughty trying to make a move and gain some position on Penner, but Penner is able to knock that one away. Good defense from him. Up ahead us now, here comes Adair. Adair with a shot. Puts it wide. Brock Harrison with it. Harrison now sends it down low, and that one goes wide too. It's now LaBelle picks up that ball. LaBelle, shot put wide. Crossland picks that one up. Now Droughty with it. Droughty just pushes that one past D'Entremont, and Josh Anderson will go in and get it. Anderson gets held up, and him and Jared Penner battling behind the play, but they'll play on. Under 2.5 now to go. Crossland up for Anderson. Icing waved off, so Landers will come by and pick it up. Landers ahead, but that one got picked off by Josh Grimm. Here comes Grimm. Grimm for Morin with a shot, and that one gets deflected out of play with 2:10 remaining, and the faceoff is going to come inside the Snowbirds' end. So 2:10 to go, 5-2 Bucks lead in the championship game. They look to bring it home. Face-off won by D'Entremont. Back for Landers. Landers ahead for Corey Steffiak. Had that one poked away from him. Bryce Williams puts it in deep. D'Entremont will give chase. Being watched there by Lee Colby. Greg Cunningham goes to the net. There's a chance in front. It's an empty net for the Snowbirds. Down by 3 with under 2 to go. Williams now with it. Tries to buy himself some time. There's a penalty coming up. It's going to be going to the Bucks. So the Snowbirds with the empty net are going to have a 2-man advantage. Now Adair with it across, and that one finally gets touched by a member of the Bucks. And it's going to be a high sticking call, and I believe it's going to go to Darwin Morin with 1:22 to go. Check that, it'll be Mark Noel. So Noel will sit for two or less. Well, I guess it'll be technically less because there's only 1:22 left on the clock. So he'll sit for 1:22 or less. Empty net. And a reminder, if the Bucks score because they're shorthanded due to the Premier League rules, as there's a chance due to the Premier League rules, then Morin's penalty will be done. And they get an early clear. LaBelle up for Brock Harrison now. Across for Thompson. Thompson trying to set something up, a centering pass. That one missed everybody. Goes back for LaBelle. Final minute now. LaBelle across for Adair. Adair down low for Harrison. Centering pass, and they score. Kagan Jackstite gets one back for the Snowbirds. It's 5-3 with 42 seconds left. So with a 6-4 player advantage. The Snowbirds are able to get one back with 42 seconds left, and this will make it a 5-3 game. And I would assume that Cunningham will be staying on the bench. So Morin comes out of the box. So Cunningham does indeed stay on the Snowbirds bench. It's now a 5-3 game. But now that one got intercepted. Keith Mitchell has a breakaway. Keith Mitchell into the empty net. And the Bucks go up by a score of 6-3. And surely that should do it. So a great effort by both of these teams. And that empty net goal should be the icing on the cake. As there's 37 seconds left to play. And we'll have another face-off here. Brent Weens now with it. Up for Lux Hine. Lux Hine now. Now Darwin Morin. Lux Hine tries to pick that one up, and Keon Suter just puts it in deep. Now Darwin Morin tries to make a move around Weens. Suter with it. There's a chance. Fires it wide. Cunningham will just play that one into the corner. 10 seconds remaining. Long pass, and that one is not going to be gone for icing. We're down to 5 seconds left. Pasternak will kill off the remaining seconds, and the Bucks are the first ever Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League champions, as they have knocked off the Snowbirds by a final of 6-3. So a great effort by the Bucks in this one, a great effort by them. All playoffs long. They beat the Snowbirds in the first playoff game, and then they beat them in the finals, so they technically go 2-0 versus the Snowbirds, led by guys like Terrell Droughty, Josh Anderson. Keith Mitchell was big in this one. Josh Grimm had a huge couple of blocks. Morgan Suter. And Troy Willis was so good in net. As now it's time for the best tradition in sports, the handshake. And obviously you can't discredit the Snowbirds either. All playoffs long, the Snowbirds were down, and they just continued to claw their way back as they played in the semifinal game against the Ravens. Went down 1-0, went down 2-1, went down 3-2, went up 5-3, and then ended up losing that lead. It was then 5-5, and then they ended up winning that game. And then in this game, they were down 2-0. The Bucks went up 2-0 on goals by Morgan Suter and Terrell Droughty. And then the Snowbirds were able to respond with goals from Joel Thompson and Justin D'Entremont. However, that was all that they would be able to muster up, as the Bucks came out with a huge second half performance in really what was the second half, at least the first part of the second half, that was dominated by the Snowbirds, and it was 2-2 at that point. It looked like it was going to be the Snowbirds that were going to maybe go ahead, but Troy Willis and this Bucks defense stood tall, and then eventually they got the go-ahead goal, and it was clear sailing from there with a 6-3 victory, as we will now turn our attention to the floor for the trophy presentation.
The Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League would like to begin by thanking all the players, the managers, the volunteers, the sponsors, and especially the fans for helping make this inaugural season a successful one. Congratulations also to Justin D'Entremont, Commissioner and co-founder on a very successful first season of the Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League. At this time, I would like to call up the team managers representing the Bucks to come and accept the first ever Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League Championship trophy.
So there you have it. The team managers are going to come up and accept the trophy, made up of Chris Lambiris, Troy Willis, James Pasternak, and Lee Colby. And Troy Willis will lift it, and there it is, the Bucks, the inaugural Saskatchewan Premier Ball Hockey League champions, with a 6-3 victory over the Snowbirds. And I can't thank you enough for joining me, and thank you for watching. And what a season it has been, and a huge congrats to everybody, and a huge thank you to you, the viewers. So once again, my name is Matt Morrison. Thanks for sticking along this season. And that'll do it for me.